All right, there we go. So we've got everything going now. Looks like it's working well. So the Studs take an early 3-0 lead here in the top of the first after a 2-out rally. Well, I thought we had everything going. Let's see. But the Studs take a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the first. A single by single by Ken McCormick brought in, no, yes, single by Ken McCormick brought in Landon Riker from third, and then a double into the left center gap by Tanner Arrington brought in 2 more for the Studs. They've got 3 on the board, and Henry Cheney at bat now. He swings at that one hard. He's got a 1-2 count on him with a runner on second. Henry Cheney, the right fielder. He is out of the University of Portland and from Olalla, Washington. His grandfather, actually the original founder of the Seattle Studs. That one popped up, infield fly. Second baseman's going to be there to make the grab for the third out of this inning. Big inning for the Studs here in the bottom of the first. They get 3 on the board, and they've got the early lead. We head to the second here shortly. Now batting for the Greywolves to start things off here in the top of the second, the catcher, Dom Enbody, a sophomore out of Concordia University from Wilsonville, Oregon. So Enbody looking to start things off after the Greywolves went 1-2-3 back in the top of the first. And on the mound for the Studs, Mitch Vito, his second appearance here in, 4 days. Vito threw back on Wednesday night. And Vito from the College of Idaho, he has graduated there. Pretty much all of the pitching staff for the Studs, all either mostly graduates of college. They do have a few former pro players. One of those including one of their aces, Jeff Brown. The first baseman, number 34, Ole Arnston. So Ole Arnston stepping in now for Gresham after the strikeout by Dom Enbody. And first pitch was in there for ball 1. And that one in there for strike one. We've got a 1-1 count. And Arnston fouls that back into the net. So we've got a 1-2 count on him. And next pitch on its way. He fouls that back. Swung really hard at that one, but missed. Did get contact with it, but just missed it. So that one came back into the dirt behind him. Count remains 1-2. And Mitch Vito looking to get the second out of the inning here. That one down low in the dirt. We've got a 2-2 count. And that one a drop third strike, but Ken McCormick does get it down to first base to get Arnston out there. So we've got 2 outs. 5 up, 5 down so far for Mitch Vito. The designated hitter number 3, Cam Jensen. And first pitch, that one in the dirt. Ken McCormick racing to it. If he fields it, throws it over, and gets it there. McCormick and Vito racing to it there. That one right in between the home plate and the mound. So both of them trying to make a play on it. But McCormick gets there first, throws it down to first, and gets the third out of this inning. So another 1-2-3 inning for Mitch Vito. And the Studs come back to bat here in the bottom of the second. We'll be back shortly. Leading off for the Studs here in the bottom of the second baseman, Cody Banks. First pitch on its way. Good curveball there by the pitcher, but that one down low for ball 1. Banks, a sophomore out of Big Bend Community College. And he is from Duval, Washington originally. Second baseman, Banks popped that up. Second baseman running over between him and the first baseman. Makes a scooping catch with his glove, but does get the out, so we've got 1 out now. And the Studs get to their 9th batter, the third baseman, Kyle Bowe. Now batting third baseman number 6, Kyle Bowe. So Kyle Bowe stepping in with 1 out. Let's see if he can get things going for the Studs here in the bottom of the second. They did have 2 outs before they got any runs in the board last inning, so they could have a chance to get some more here after 1 out. Studs 3 hits so far today. Next pitch on its way. That one right down the middle. Good pitch for strike 2. Strike one. We've got a 2-1 count. Once again on the mound for the Greywolves, Austin Buttonshin. Buttonshin out of Mount Hood Community College, and he is from Clackamas, Oregon. So he's right near the Gresham's home field back in Gresham, Oregon. Next pitch on its way. Down low in the dirt, we've got a 3-1 count on Kyle Bowe. So let's see if Kyle Bowe can do a job here. Kyle Bowe graduated, did go to University of Portland. And that one in there, 4-2. Full count on Kyle Bowe. One of the older guys on this Studs roster, a 31-year-old. So the Studs have a lot of guys in their late 20s, early 30s on this roster. The shortstop fields it, throws it over, makes a bad throw, and so Kyle Bowe is going to beat that one out after the first baseman couldn't keep his foot on the bag trying to dig that one out. Studs head to the top of their lineup. Now batting center fielder number 10, Landon Riker. So an E6 on that last play is going to put a runner on first with one out. First pitch is down low for ball one. And next pitch on its way, the catcher is going to throw it down, but Kyle Bowe slides back safely there at first as he had a pretty big lead. Catcher wasn't comfortable with it, threw it down, but Bowe got back safely. We've got a 2-0 count here on Landon Riker, the center fielder. And the pitcher, Austin Buttonshin, throws it back to first, trying to get Bowe there, but Bowe slides back safely. Once again, we've got a 2-0 count. And next pitch on its way, Riker pops that up into shallow right field. Second baseman, he tries to make it, but the right fielder calls him off, runs in, makes the grab for the second out of this inning. We've got 2 outs and a runner on first for the Studs. The left fielder, number 4, Jacob Hirsch. So Jacob Hirsch stepping in with 2 outs. Let's see if he can do a job. Jacob Hirsch, out of University of Texas, Rio Grande. He is from Seattle. So Jacob Hirsch coming in. And first pitch, that one inside for ball one, a 1-0 count here on Hirsch. Hirsch, the redshirt sophomore there at University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Hirsch, one of the younger guys on this team. And next pitch, Hirsch hits that to the second baseman. He's going to field it, throw it over to first, who's going to make a play for the third out of this inning. So Studs don't get any more on the board here in the bottom of the second. They did get one more runner and one hit, but nothing done with that. Couldn't capitalize off it. They've got the 3-0 lead heading to the third. We'll be back shortly. The left fielder, number 8, Sam Booth, is going to be starting things off for the Greywolves here in the top of the third. He's looking to be their first base runner of the day. He's looking to maybe get things going, but Mitch Vito looking to continue to deal on the mound for the Studs. Let's see if he can do that. So Booth stepping in, looking to get things going for the Greywolves. First pitch, he swings on it, way behind it for strike one. Sam Booth, the sophomore out of Concordia University. He is also from Milwaukee, Oregon. So lots of guys on this Greywolves team from Oregon, as this team is from Oregon. So once again, the sophomore out of Concordia University, a both shortstop and outfielder. Next pitch, he swung on it, but that one for strike two. Next pitch on its way inside for ball one. We've got a 1-2 count. And that one outside just got away from Mitch Vito. So a 2-2 count here on Sam Booth. Let's see what he'll do with this. Called strike three. He watches that one go by. Mitch Vito gets the first out of this inning. His seventh out of the night there. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 2, Jason Dumont. So Jason Dumont stepping in now. Dumont, the redshirt freshman out of San Jose State University, originally from Portland, Oregon. First pitch, he watches it go by. Strike one. That one just painted the outside corner. Great pitch there by Mitch Vito. And next pitch, great pitch there again for strike two. We've got an 0-2 count. So beautiful day out here. We were thinking we had a possibility of getting rained out, but the rain holding off so far. Hoping not to jinx us here, but the rain has held off so far. Not looking too promising for tomorrow, but does look good for today, for the rest of the day. Hoping to get both games of this doubleheader in today. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Vito looking to get him here. Let's see if he can do it. Nope, that one just outside for ball two. Deuces on number 2. So this Greywolves team with a whole new coaching staff this year. Their head coach, Pete Ness, who's assisted by Mike Myers and Brian Burris. So they've got a brand new coaching staff as opposed to the Studs team, Barry Aiden, who's been the long-time manager. The shortstop, number 9, Cam Vasquez. So Vasquez stepping in. Looking to get things going possibly for Gresham. Vasquez, the freshman out of University of San Diego, originally from Gilbert, Arizona. He watches first pitch go by for strike one. So Barry Aiden, the Studs manager, started his coaching career here with the Studs from 1990 to 93. Then went to a couple other programs, returned here in 2001, and has been back as the Studs head coach since 2001. Studs manager, field manager. And next pitch on its way, down low in the dirt. McCormick can't pick it out. So we've got a 1-2 count here on Cam Vasquez. So as opposed to the Studs team, the Gresham Greywolves, a college summer ball team. So everyone here in college, unlike some of the guys on the Studs who are actually in their upper 20s, low 30s. A few former pros on this team. And next pitch on its way. That one fouled back, going towards the Studs dugout. So the count remains 2-2. And we've got twos all across the top of the board with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here on Cam Vasquez, the shortstop for the Greywolves. Next pitch on its way. That one, a chopper back to Mitch Vito. He's going to field it easily, throw it over to first for the 3rd out of this inning. So Vito dealing so far for the Studs. 9 up, 9 down. And the Studs coming back out in the bottom of the 3rd. Let's see if they can get the bats going again. We'll be back shortly. So leading things off for the Studs here in the bottom of the 3rd is going to be the shortstop, Colin Wolf. He swings at first pitch, hits it to the shortstop, a 6-3 ground out for the 1st out of this inning. So a quick one there. Colin Wolf so far in the season batting .400, so a great batting average so far for him with 20 at-bats. That'll bring up the designated hitter number 23, Brennan Hancock. So Hancock stepping in. He's batting phenomenal this year for the Studs. Batting .500 and went 3 for 4 back on Wednesday night against the Gold Panners. Big outing for him. He hits this one going deep into left field, but the center fielder is going to be there to track it down. That one in left center. So a F9 there by Ken McCormick is going to get 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Excuse me, that was Brennan Hancock who popped that one up. Ken McCormick stepping into the box now. Nobody in catcher number 24, Ken McCormick. So McCormick stepping in. He's batting .400 on the year. Only 10 at-bats for him, but still a great batting average. First pitch, he watches it slide by for ball 1. Good curveball there by Austin Buttonshin, but that one stayed inside, didn't end up tailing into the strike zone. We've got a 2-0 count. And next one up high for ball 2, a 2-0 count. Excuse me, ball 3, a 3-0 count on Ken McCormick. I'm guessing he's going to watch this one slide by. Yes, he does. He watches that go by for strike 1, a 3-1 count A batter's count here for Ken McCormick. Let's see what he does with it. Looking for a base hit or a walk with 2 outs here. And he hits that one going into left field, line drive, but the left fielder right there to make the play for 3 outs. Quick inning for the Gresham Greywolves. A 1-2-3 inning. So studs come out into the 4th inning. Mitch Vito coming back out on the mound for them. This game, a doubleheader, so the first game, 7 innings today, and the second one following 30 minutes after is going to be a 9-inning game. Unless this first game goes into extra innings, this one will be however that is, and the second game will be 7 innings. We'll be back shortly for the top of the 4th inning. So Mitch Vito, who is on the mound for the Studs, actually a former pro, played in the rookie Arizona League in the Mariners organization. And he's so far with 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. 9 batters have faced him, and all 9 of those have gotten out. So let's see if he can keep that going here against the Greywolves. Now batting second baseman, number 23, Casey Onyanwu. So Onyanwu stepping in. And first pitch inside for ball 1. Onyanwu, the senior out of Clark Atlanta University, originally from Portland, Oregon. So Onyanwu, the leadoff batter for the Greywolves, he pops that up going into shallow right field. All 3 players running over trying to make a grab at it, but no one does. First baseman, second baseman, and the right fielder all running in, but nobody could get a glove on it. So that'll break the streak for Mitch Vito. The Greywolves start this inning off with a leadoff little Texas leaguer into shallow right field there. No. Now batting center fielder number 16, Derek Lagiza. So Lagiza stepping in with a runner on first, nobody out. Let's see if he can keep this going for the Greywolves. They're looking to possibly get themselves on the board here as the Studs have the 3-0 lead. Next pitch on its way, right down the middle. Good pitch by Mitch Vito. And next one on its way. That one popped going into right center. Right fielder Henry Cheney running back, making the grab there for the first out. So the batter there, Derek Lagiza, swung on second pitch, hit it a line drive into right field. But that one did not drop as Henry Cheney was there to make the grab. We've got 1 out and a runner on first. Now batting right fielder number 14, Brian Rice. So Brian Rice stepping in, looking to do something for the Greywolves. First pitch on its way. And Onyanwu is going to take second there, but that one was fouled back, so he's going to head back to first. Onyanwu showing off his speed on the base paths there, but it did not count as it was fouled back into the net. So he heads back. Let's see if he tries to steal again here. And Vito turns around, throws over to first, but Onyanwu slides back safely. So Vito, with 5 innings pitched, has not gave up a run yet for the Studs. He throws that one up high. They say he does not go. So we've got a 1-1 count here on Brian Rice. For the Greywolves, he's looking to do something for them. Maybe get things going, maybe start a big inning. They've got a runner on base. Vito throws back. Close one there, but Anyanwu does slide back safely. And he swings at that one. 4-2, a 1-2 count on Brian Rice, the right fielder. Vito looking to get him here. Let's see if he can do it. And Brian Rice calls time, but Vito mid-pitch throws it in there. So no pitch there. Anyanwu stole second there, but headed back again. So he's stolen 2 bases so far this inning, but had to go back to first every time. Ball 2 in there by Mitch Vito. So a 2-2 count. And he throws back, trying to get in on Anyanwu, but Anyanwu slides back safely. And Vito throws back again. Cannot get him. So, Vito has a 2-2 count here on Brian Rice at the plate. Let's see if he can get him next pitch way outside and up high for ball 3, a full count. And next pitch on its way. Brian Rice is going to swing on that one. Can't get a bat on it. So Mitch Vito gets his 7th strikeout of the night there and gives us 2 outs with a runner on first. Now batting catcher number 10, Dom Enbody. So Enbody stepping in with an opportunity to maybe do something on Anyanwu there at first. And first pitch of this at-bat by Vito. On its way on Anyanwu. Steals second. Ken McCormick's going to throw it down, and the Studs are going to get him there. Great throw by Ken McCormick, getting it down to Colin Wolfe. He puts the tag down on Anyanwu to get the 3rd out of this inning for the Studs. So after the leadoff single there by Casey Anyanwu, Greywolves can't get anything done as the Studs come out and play well that inning. Good play there. And they get out of it with nothing done. We head to the bottom of the 4th here shortly. So Tanner Arrington, the first baseman, leading off for the Studs here. And first pitch outside. He watches it go by for ball one. So Arrington so far on the game in the first inning, a double that brought in 2 runs for the Studs. So a big at-bat, his first at-bat. And we've got a 1-1 count here after he fouls that back into the dirt behind him. And next pitch on its way. Down low, Arrington watches that go by. 4-2. 2-1 count on him. So the Studs so far with 3 hits today on the game. And next pitch is down low in the dirt. We do have 1 out as Tanner Arrington did just get out there. And Henry Cheney now batting for the Studs. Right fielder, number 3, Henry Cheney. And Cheney turns on that one, but does hold off, as that is ball 3. We've got a 3-0 count on Henry Cheney here. And next pitch on its way. That one called ball 4. Henry Cheney, a 4-pitch walk there to put a runner on first for the Studs with 1 out. Now batting second baseman number 14, Cody Banks. So this is Cody Banks' first game of the year for the Studs. He's got 1 at-bat so far. First pitch called strike 1. We've got a 0-1 count. And Bootenshin throws back trying to get the first baseman, trying to get the right fielder, Henry Cheney, there at first, but Cheney gets back safely. And we head back to the plate. 0-1 count up. And that one's close. The catcher fields it, throws it down to first, and gets Henry Cheney out at first for the second out of this inning. So after Cheney walks, he gets out there off a pickoff by the catcher. We've got 2 outs and a 1-1 count now on Cody Banks. Next pitch, strike 2 right there, a 1-2 count. And that one, line drive into center field, but the center fielder is going to be there to make the grab for the 3rd out of this inning. So another quick one for the Greywolves. We head to the 5th here in just a few minutes. We'll be back shortly. So Mitch Vito coming out for his 5th inning of work for the Studs here. And so far, 7 strikeouts, only 1 hit allowed after a Texas Leaguer last inning that dropped in shallow right field. but he's throwing phenomenal so far this game for the Studs. Quick game so far, as both teams have had quick innings about every inning except for the bottom of the first where the Studs got their 3 runs. Other than that, not very many guys on base for either teams. Nobody catcher number 10, Dom Enbody. So Enbody leading off for the Greywolves here. Enbody so far 1 at bat, and he struck out that at bat. So Enbody stepping in, looking to get things going for the Greywolves. They could use it here as they're down 3-0 in the top of the 5th. He swings at that one, but fouls it back into the wall behind home plate. We've got an 0-1 count. And the second pitch from Mitch Vito on its way to Dom Enbody. And Enbody fouls that down the third baseline. We've got an 0-2 count on him. Vito looking to get his 8th strikeout of the day here. Let's see if he can do it. So once again, Enbody, the sophomore out of Concordia University. That pitch by Mitch Vito slipped out of his hand a little bit, way outside for ball 1. 1-2 count. And next pitch. That one hit really hard at the first baseman, Tanner Arrington. He gets his glove on it, but it did not stay in there. It didn't stay in his glove. That one popped back out. So a leadoff, what are we calling that? A leadoff hit there by Dom Enbody is going to put a runner on first with nobody out. Similar to last inning for the Greywolves, a leadoff hit. Excuse me, we're calling that an error. So an error there by by the first baseman, Tanner Arrington. Nobody in first baseman, number 34, Arnston. So Arnston stepping in. He's looking to do something here with a runner on first and nobody out. First pitch by Vito on its way. Vito, what did I say? And that is a broken bat there. After the first pitch, Arnston breaks his bat. Frustrated there, he tosses it over to the dugout. Gets a new one. Guys down there in the Greywolves dugout trying to snap it off their knees. Let's see if they can get it. They gave up there. So, Arnston stepping in with a new bat and no 1 count on him. Arnston, a sophomore out of University of the Pacific, originally from Portland, Oregon. Arnston, a big kid, 6'4", 235. Next pitch was outside and down low for ball 1. And next pitch by Mitch Vito on its way. Down low for ball 1. And the rain is coming here, folks. The rain is coming. Looks like I jinxed us. So rain's starting to come down in the top of the 5th. We are lucky here up in the press box. And that one, Arnston swung on it way behind it, fouled it back into the mask of the catcher, Ken McCormick. But McCormick all good. We've got a 1-2 count. Let's see if Mitch Vito can get him here. And Arnston, way behind that one. 4-strike-3. He strikes out there. That is his second strikeout of the night. 0 for 2 so far. Now batting designated hitter number 3, Cam Jensen. So Jensen stepping in. And next pitch on its way up high. He holds off for ball 1. We've got a 1-0 count. Runner on first, 1 out. And that one hit into the gap there at second base. But the second baseman is going to make a good play. A long run there for long run by Cody Banks, but he does get it over to first in time. We've got 2 outs, runner on second, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Sam Booth. So Sam Booth stepping in. And Booth has an opportunity for the Greywolves with a runner in scoring position. His last at bat, a strikeout. And first pitch by Mitch Vito on its way to Sam Booth. And that one up high. He watches it go by for ball 1. So the rain really coming down hard. Let's see how this field is going to hold up for us. Not bad at all so far. But if this rain continues here for a while, could it be pretty bad? And that one way behind it is Sam Booth for strike 2. We've got a 1-2 count. Excuse me, 1-1 count on Sam Booth. And runner on second in scoring position. Great pitch by Mitch Vito. That one right down the middle. 4-strike-2, a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 pitch on its way from Mitch Vito. Down low, 4-ball-2, a 2-2 count, 2 outs. And next one on its way, Ken McCormick trying to frame that one, but the umpire says it's just outside. We've got a full count on Sam Booth. And next pitch on its way. Booth fouls that, going back into the net there along the first baseline. So runner heads back to second. Count remains full here. Mitch Vito looking to get him. Let's see if he can do it. And Sam Booth, his last at-bat, also struck out. As Mitch Vito has 8 strikeouts on the day so far through 4 2/3 innings of work. Next pitch, that one inside for Sam Booth. He's going to walk it out to first base. We've got runners on first and second. 2 outs. Let's see if Vito can get out of this jam with nothing done. He's hoping to do that. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 2, Jason Dumont. So Dumont stepping in. And Dumont, the redshirt freshman out of San Jose State University, originally from Portland, Oregon. Dumont, his first at-bat, another one of those strikeouts. And first pitch on its way outside. McCormick, great job popping up there, preventing runners from stealing as the runner there at second looked like he was going to go, but McCormick popped up quickly and stopped him from going. And the next pitch on its way from Mitch Vito. And that one, swing and a miss by Jason Dumont. Dumont way behind that one. 4 strike 1. We've got a 1-1 count. 2 outs. And runners on first and second. This is probably the longest inning we've had so far. Strike 2 called there. That one, a little questionable. Looked like it was a little outside, but it was called for strike 2. So a 1-2 count on Jason Dumont. And next pitch on its way. Dumont pops that into left field. That's going to get over the third baseman's head. And Jacob Hirsch is going to throw it in, but does not get it in time. So the Greywolves are going to score 1, and they've got runners on first and second still. We've got a 3-1 ball game here in the top of the 5th. Rain still coming down really hard here. So after the RBI single into left field by James Dumont, the Greywolves get one on the board. Now batting number 4, Jared Bentley. So Jared Bentley stepping in. The pinch hitter now for Vasquez. And next pitch on its way, up high. Ken McCormick's going to throw it down, trying to get the runner there who had a pretty large lead at second, but the runner does get back safely. We've got a 1-1 count. Rain was just coming down very hard, but it is starting to calm down once again. And next pitch, down low, 4-2. 1-2 count for Mitch Vito. Mitch Vito. At this rate, this could be Vito's last inning of work, a long one. And that one down low, but the batter, Jared Bentley, swung at it. 4 strike 2 deuces all across the top of the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Next pitch on its way. That one fouled into right field. Hits the fence there along the first baseline. So Jared Bentley just behind that one. Could have been dangerous if that was fair. And runners head back to their bases. Count remains 2-2. Let's see if Mitch Vito can get him. And next pitch on its way. Called strike 3. Good pitch by Mitch Vito to get out of this one with no more damage done. The Greywolves do get 1 run on the board after the RBI single by Dumont is going to bring in 1 more. But Jared Bentley does strike out to end this one, and Mitch Vito gets his 9th strikeout of the day, so he's pitching phenomenal so far for the Studs. And we'll be back shortly for the bottom of the 5th. Rain coming down hard still. Looks like we are going to take a rain delay here. So we're going to have a rain delay here in the 5th inning. Guys taking out the tarps. So Studs waiting for this one, waiting for the rain to calm down. We'll get a rain delay. We'll be back in a little bit. Make sure to tune in. We'll let you know if we do resume this one.